Okay, so I'd start to talk about prototype theory. This should be categorization 5. I also want to add something else to the theory that's not from the theory exactly. It's some work by a gentleman named Ludwig Wittgenstein. Again, I won't test you on names in the course, but I do need you to understand the concept. And the concept that I want to bring from Wittgenstein is of family resemblances. This is the idea that if you took members of a family, siblings, brothers and sisters, you would find that some of them had similar noses, some had similar eyes, maybe not the same ones that have the same nose. The hair might be sort of color and texture might be shared between 2 or 3 of them. Imagine a larger family here, 5, 6 members. Each of them would share features with the others, but none of them would necessarily share all of the features. Again, you may know a family where there's like 3 or 4 or 5 brothers and sisters, and you'll see parts of them that sort of look alike. Other parts are like, wow, where'd you come from? None of them have the exact same feature throughout the entire group. In that sense, there's no essential feature. When you look at them, what you'll see is a family resemblance without necessary and sufficient features. Now, what makes for the resemblance? And you say, well, the similarity of the features. But it goes a little bit farther than that. So as I'm growing up, I am constantly hearing the same thing. You look exactly like your mother. You look exactly like your mother. When I'm 20, I find out that I'm adopted. Now, what then brought about the family resemblance? And where did it come from? I think what Wittgenstein gives you a way to see, and I can't give you his full argument here, but what he'll give you a way to see is that you're seeing the family resemblance. It is a judgment that you make. You look at them and see the similarities between them. When you have a group of people who you've been told are brothers and sisters, you begin the search for how they look alike. When you see an adult walking hand in hand with a child, if it's possible to see them as related, you see them as related, and you begin to search out the things where the places where they look similar, and you disattend the places where they don't look similar. You find the resemblance in them. In that sense, resemblance is a judgment that we make of objects that we see. This is very much a turn. With Wittgenstein, we move away from seeing the object as containing the features which determine what it is. And we start to look at the person who's objectifying, who's looking at the object, and saying that it's our ability to see this as a member of a category, for us to see the resemblance between this object and other objects that at least in part has some stake. So family resemblance, first off, says you can have things within a family, within car, beautiful, tall, whatever whatever the category is, and all the objects won't be the same, but they'll share a family resemblance. And then secondly, that this resemblance is at least in part not just a function of their features, but a function of our looking at them, which is to say we find the similarities in them. So that notion of family resemblance then is important for where we're trying to move to. I may write some more about prototype theory, but I probably won't say too much more about it. Again, it's more of a transitional thing for me.